These one-piece bucket seats suck. All right, today, got a super fun video. I'm gonna talk about two of my cars, the only two that are really worth talking about, that are interesting. We've got the 3 RS and the McLaren 765 LT. Now, I really wanna make this video because this is the type of thing I was searching for when I was like 15, 16, getting into business, falling in love with cars. So we're gonna go through the cost in case any of you guys aspire to own fun cars, you're really interested in it. I just wanna break it down transparently because I don't think enough people do that. So come on in here. We've got a lot of fun stuff, including a bunch of spray paint currently on this for Halloween. We just wrapped up like over 1,000 kids doing trunk or treating at a local church. And then we've got a charity track event with the Children's Hospital coming up this next weekend. So doing a lot of fun stuff around Halloween. We try to do a lot through the holidays with a bunch of foster kids as well in Arizona. So yeah, let me actually set down this water bottle and we are gonna start with the interesting car, the 765 LT, because this is the newest vehicle that I have and by far the most exciting. So it's a cold start, haven't driven her in a little bit. Let's get a little sound bite. We've actually got some pumpkins here on the back that are tied on with paracord, but I'll take this off so we can hear it. That's pretty loud. Down here, we engage all of these options. Aero puts the wing up, manual, we'll keep that off for now. And then the efficiency start stop, we never use that. The car looks so much better with the wing up. You know, the long tail, it's missing. It's like the Chiron SS. Like it looks a little weird when there's not a flare at the end, so whatever. Oh, we'll have to wait. Missing every light. Cybertruck, hello. Hiya! This is my 2021 McLaren 765 LT. I've wanted this car for years, but they were selling for like 200 grand above sticker, which was ridiculous. I shopped for value. I'm not gonna piss away money. So this car, again, like I said, 2021, there's 765 of them in the world. About 300 came to the US. It is finished in an MSO Napier green, which is an additional option. Freaking love the color. It's got almost every carbon option, including the factory wing. The only thing it doesn't have that I really wanted was the factory roof scoop up top, but that's okay. It's got tuned exhaust, downpipes, carbon wheels. I love this car. It sounds amazing. It's almost too fast for the road. It reminds me a lot of my twin turbo Huracan. Now, if we jump over to the front of this vehicle, you'll see one thing that I think a lot of people don't really notice when you're looking at these cars, but the Spider looks great, but the problem is the doors. They just look stupid, okay? This is nice because you get the center attachment point, the true butterfly effect. You don't get that on a Spider, so that's why I definitely preferred the coupe over this, but literally carbon everything throughout the car. I mean, from the entire front fender, inside the headlights, which literally goes all the way through. You can see it's just such a nice detail. Every inlay is carbon mirror caps, carbon side skirts, again, carbon aftermarket wheels. The wing, all the inserts, the entire back, it's just insane. So I really fell in love with this car. I bought this from a dealership, which is relevant to what I'm about to tell you because I normally don't buy cars from dealerships. I paid $420,000 for this car. I did not purchase it in cash and I did not finance it. What I did is a lease to own structure. This is very common on high-end cars. Stradman, for an example, did this on his Koenigsegg. The reason for that is to save in sales tax. The sales tax bill on this car would have been over $30,000, just pissed away. That makes no sense. So what I do, in the rare instance I buy from dealership, which I've only ever done twice on like 15 or 16 cars I've owned, is I will do that lease to own structure. So I put down a little over $100,000. I'll put up a screenshot of the payment. It's a little over $5,500 every month. And I'll get you an exact total on the insurance and I'll put that up because the insurance on this car, I'm 24 years old. I actually don't think I have any tickets on my record. I've got no issues there. The 765 LT is exactly $629.67. That seems more than reasonable to me. So not bad. I have it bundled on a policy with 3 other cars. It's been pretty good. So yeah, that's the McLaren, little over 100 grand down, 5,500 a month. It runs about 6,200 when you factor payment and insurance. And yeah, other than that, it has a very small gas tank and it goes through it incredibly quickly, especially with all the burbles and the pops. But I love this car. It's been a lot of fun and I like the pumpkins too. And now we'll awkwardly get in with the door. Pivot, pivot, pivot. Here we go. Not bad, not bad. Okay, mon ami, maintenant nous doit faire the GT3 RS, one of the most beautiful looking cars. Come over and take a look at the interior here because I'm an old man, okay? I got a really bad back injury many years ago snowboarding, so I have my trusty pillow. So this pillow helps me out, and whenever I'm not on the track, I have this. So 99% of the time, we got a pillow right there, which makes it pretty good. These one-piece bucket seats suck. It's just so smooth. Goddamn! State Farm be sending me bills. That's not cool. All right, and this is my 2016 GT3 RS. One of the cars that I said I'd never buy, but if you're gonna buy a Porsche, it has to be a 3RS or a 2RS. I've enjoyed this car a lot. It was a weird situation how I bought it. I liked it, I didn't really love it, but it's grown on me a lot. So I've had this car for a little over a year now. It sounds incredible at like 8,500 RPM. This thing screams. And I'm beyond excited to be on the track shortly with a bunch of kids having fun in this thing. So it's gonna be super cool. This car is finished in super silver. I did the decals along the side, hood, I had to PPF it, I did the carbon inserts. Anyways, it's been a really good car. It's got the factory roll cage, which looks sick. The payment on this vehicle, this is vehicle number 2 that I have bought from a dealership, also doing the lease structure. So again, never something I've really done. I've always had usually 3 to 5 cars at any time, pretty much all of them owned in cash. So it's new for me, honestly, to have payments and stuff, but because I bought them from a dealer, it worked. So the payment on this car is $2,815 every single month. The insurance, again, it's listed on that same policy with the McLaren, there's a lot of cars on there, is $340 a month, which is beautiful. Honestly, that's quite impressive. So very happy with that. But I've put maybe 6,000 miles on this car in a little over a year. I let a lot of other people drive it. We have fun with it. But it's been such a good car. This is like the workhorse, if you will. But the interior is probably one of the best things about it. So let's take a look. You're gonna have to ignore my pillow. It kind of ruins the view. So, and my passenger's pillow. See, nobody likes these seats, but they look good. You've got color match stitching all throughout. The one-piece carbon bucket seats with the white stitching up there. Literally everything's carbon, including the steering wheel, carbon with the white stitching match and the line up top. It's the simplest, but also the smoothest interior of basically any car. I think it looks really, really nice. So total cost on this car is about $3,200 a month, give or take. Not that bad. It's been super fun. It's a lot of car for the money for sure. And this is the car that like everybody loves. You know, like car people really appreciate it. This has been able to give a lot of fun experiences to other people. Like I pretty much let anybody drive this. Also, the frunk is actually quite big. So this is practical in case you're trying to convince your wife to let you get a daily. Here you go, honey. Now, I've got bad news for my car people. This car here is probably gonna be going bye-bye within the next month or two. I've been shopping it around privately, had quite a few offers, and it's just time to let her go. It's been super fun. We're gonna end it with a fun track day, but now it's time to get something else in the garage. I also wanna get another M4. I really missed that car. I had one and enjoyed it greatly. So yeah, she'll be moving on to a new home at some point, and whatever else I buy, I'll buy in cash. Again, I haven't really done a lot of car payments. It's not really my thing, so I don't know. So with both cars included, that puts the monthly total of ownership at $9,400 before any modifications, before gas, before any maintenance and repairs. Stuff always happens. Before tires, I burned through those. See, the nice thing is, this sounds so good. I was barely touching the throttle, like that was super calm. And I get it, 10 grand a month for 2 cars is a lot, but what you have to understand is this one goes vroom vroom, and this one goes pop pop, so you kind of have to. And so those are 2 of the cars, super fun. Let me know in the comments which ones you'd want to see me buy and add to the garage. But I want to explain something real quick, just kind of a sequence of spending money on cars and what it is I do for a living, because I feel like a lot of people kind of jump a little too soon to buy something that's like really expensive. I currently own, I'm 24, I've been buying rental properties for years. My primary business is e-commerce. About a year after starting that company, we started a consulting arm of that company that has done quite well. And then about a year after that, so I was about 19 when I started buying real estate. I now have a real estate portfolio of about $9 million. I do some lending deals when people need money through syndications and limited partnerships, commonly referred to as JV deals. I also own a lot of rental properties myself. And then the e-commerce companies that I have, that's been my bread and butter, my main focus. We have the consulting company, like I said, and I just want to point out, like, the cars, the way I think about it is like, I can have one thing pay for the cars. So like, this is one supplement product, one flavor. We have multiple sizes we sell too. Just this one thing pays for the cars and more. Just one of them, right? So we launched this. This is as of this year. So I can attribute stuff to like that. We got a lot of different products and fun stuff. But as you build a good business, and whatever it is you do, you can buy cars, you can have a job, but for me, I build businesses. And when you build a business, money starts to flow when you do the right things. I actually turned down a client yesterday who offered us, they said, can we pay you $20,000 a month and a percentage of our revenue for our company for you to run it all? They're like board certified dermatologists and doctors. They are in retail locations and they want to take their like health and skincare brand online. And we do that, but we don't offer that as a service, right? I do consulting. And so we have like a coaching group and all this stuff that we have, but it's not a management service. And I have the team that can do it because they do it for my companies. People I've hired and trained, they work with me every day. And so I had to say no to this client. Like I turned down $250,000 a year and we would have made a lot of money off the profit share, way more than the freaking retainer. But just to give a perspective that, 15, 20 grand a month retainer, I could have charged him that he would have paid, I'd probably have about $4,000 in expenses on that. The rest of it would be straight to the bottom line. That alone, that one deal would pay for more than any cars you'd want. And so I turned that down for a simple reason that it would be a distraction for my team to take them onto other stuff versus just being on my own brands. And so as you build business, you get referrals, you have different sources of clients, and you have outside people coming to you. And there's a lot of stuff there. So money starts to flow. And I started taking money out of my business to buy cars about 2 years in. And just to give some level of context, I really don't want this to come off as like bragging, but I feel like people jump to do it too soon. I was making $50,000 to $60,000 a month in net profit when I was 17 and had been doing that for a bit. When I bought a car for 56 grand, it's like 1 month pays for that, right? And I knew I had consistency. I waited a year and a half, and then I bought my first cool car, a Huracan, in cash, 210 grand. We were making 6 figures a month in the business, net, every month for well over a year. And then I bought my grandpa his dream car in cash. And so like, again, I try to play it more conservative. I always make sure the business is taken care of first, then I'm taken care of, and then I can help other people. And I love doing that. Like we're working on starting up a foundation. We work a lot with local organizations here with my church and churches, my friend's church as well, that we're just trying to do more stuff. And if I can share an experience and somehow loop cars into that, then like I'm all over it. We were at the trunk or treat that I showed you. Pull up a little video. Super awesome. Well over 1,000 kids. We flew through candy. It was crazy. All the kids leaning on the cars, scratching it, hitting them with their swords. It was a little cringe. But we started chatting with the pastor, the children's pastor. And it was super cool because he like handles all the kids division. He's like, hey, I want to put a cool car inside the building where all the kids are and they do some stuff. We're just chatting ideas. They like to do cool stuff, interactions for the kids. It wouldn't quite fit in the building. So we're like, okay, maybe we could bring like 20 cars over. You could have all the kids come out and do a fun thing one day. So just doing what we can, right? To help other people, provide what we have as an opportunity for other people to enjoy it. Because that's what it's for at the end of the day. So, the cars are cars. I try not to have emotional attachments to them, even though I do love some of them more than others. But it's just things. I really enjoy the business. I enjoy the process of building, investing. Delayed gratification is why some of these things are so sweet. So try not to rush and jump into things. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the transparency. I'd appreciate it if you drop a like and subscribe down below. I certainly post way more over on my Instagram. So if you want to see stuff, feel free to find me over there. And I'll leave some resources down below. We have a bunch of videos on this channel, but like with my consulting company, what we do, a bunch of resources. We help people start and scale their e-commerce companies. It's been a lot of fun. So appreciate you tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Say hello to my little friend. Ba, 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 ba.